Reality shows. You love reality shows.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Reality shows are coming. Vanderpump Rules is back.
Is it?
Well, it will be, I think, by the
What do you
time
think of
this airs.
Sheena? Do you like her?
How funny. You actually kind of remind me of Sheena.
Okay.
Have you heard that before?
Well, I know Sheena.
Okay, well, you just both have big brown eyes. I like her the most.
She and I totally look alike.
She's the sweetest thing, and I think when you're a sweet soul, that like even reality.
Is she sweet?
Well, I don't know her.
I've always thought of her as really sassy and tough and cool.
Oh no! So here's how I remember her.
Okay.
So I remember.
She needs to come on this guy.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
I'm calling you, Sheena.
I would love the cast of Summer House, Winter House. I would like every.
But like Hannah Burner.
Oh my God, would she?
She
her
just
and Paige.
I fucking love
Please
them both.
come, Paige.
We do not have to beg.
Please. I think the best way is through an agent with a very professional email.
Yeah. Yep. Has a podcast.
Okay, so I remember her because back in the day, Brandi Glanville was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and her husband cheated on her with Sheena. Okay, back in the day, that was Sheena, and Sheena was kind of like a Britney Spears type or whatever. When we said Sheena, everyone thought she really looked like Britney Spears, which she kind of does. Anyway, that guy that Brandi Glanville with ended up leaving her for Leanne Rimes. So he cheated on her with Sheena, left her for Leanne Rimes. Sheena was. It was awful. Everyone went after her. And it's like, no, it's not her. It's the guy. You know what I'm saying?
It's both.
But I'm
sure she's not proud of all that happening. And probably
totally.
There's two sides.
You know when there are people who just like they're just not shit talkers.
She was very young.
Very young.
But
just a nice person. Somebody who doesn't gravitate towards shit talking, towards meanness. She's like a nice, kind, like Southern Middle America sweetheart, to be honest.
Yeah.
But now she's had this crazy life. I'm sure she said crazy things, but I've always liked her. I think she's a good person. Whatever I know about reality. But yeah, so reality's back. I can't wait. Special Forces. I've been watching Special Forces with Romano.
We need to talk about Special Forces.
We need to talk about Special Forces. Do you think, because we've always been like talking about it, but I feel like we talk about it in a way that like, we could do that. We could do that. But the truth is like, I could fucking never do that.
For real, do you think you could be a housewife?
Ooh, what a good question. Okay, here's what I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of housewives think they can. They think they'll be above it, that it'll be edited right or whatever. And it never is. It ruins relationships. You're always going to see a bad side. But I do think I'd be smart enough to be more like the kind of housewives that got out unscathed, that their marriages. Ooh, I'm trying to remember. On Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there was a woman who was on a soap opera. So not Lisa Rinna, but the other woman.
Okay.
I can't remember her name, but she was lovely and got not on the show anymore. She was on the show for like 5-6 years, made her money. I can't even remember her name now because she didn't cause enough of a ruckus.
See what happens?
Yeah, exactly.
Forgettable.
Phaedra from Atlanta. She's fine. Okay. She's fine. You know, I think I could do it like that, but I still think it'd be really hard.
But that's not fun, right? That's not like why people want to be on, right? Like that's not why people are like, oh my God, I want to just have one fight where I throw some drink in someone's face. I think I flip over a table.
How come nobody does this on the reality shows? Like if somebody threw a glass in my face, I'd truly just start cracking up like immediately. I was like, what? I've never had a drink thrown in my face. This is crazy.
Have you ever had like a real dramatic fight with other females or like anything like that?
No. I'm really good at talking shit behind your back and saving face in front, because we're in an entire business where like we can't just sit behind a cubicle and go like this.
I love that you just said I'm really good at talking shit behind your back.
Because that's the healthy way to go. In this industry, you tell me this, if we went into that bathroom to change into these clothes before this episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, if we were starting this episode and you and I got in a fight in that dressing room and had to come in, got in a fight just in our dressing room right now, and then had to come here and sit here and do this podcast, how would that work? How would we do that if I truly hated you or was mad at you at that time? Oh, okay. Sometimes you have to save face, because in this profession, we can't just, like I said, go back to our cubicles. We have to be able to work together, right? We have to be able to... we have to save face, right? We have to like each other in performance, or at least become a different character or whatever.
Yes, and that's what they're doing. You think?
I think so.
Because they do kind of talk shit, but then they catch it on film, which is why it becomes complicated.
Well, Bethany Frankel talks about it all the time. It's the kill or be killed. You have to decide, are you going to be the one who's being killed, or are you going to kill? And I think I would just be the one who's being killed all the time, which doesn't keep you on the show, because hate sells, right?
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
so with Special Forces...
do you think you could be a housewife?
I do, but I would be killed and I would be killing.
I think you would be killing too, actually. Isn't that funny?
What do you think? I would be the villain almost immediately.
Because you said you can. What did you tell me at the car last night? You were like, but if you come after me, you were like, I can get over something, but if you come after me, I can't get over, or I'll go in. You're like, I let things go, but if you say something.
Oh, because you were so sweet. You were like, Christy, you're always so like You're so kind.
Devil's advocate. You always play the devil's advocate and see the other side.
Yeah, like when somebody comes to me and they're like, my friend did this, or this is a real big issue. I'm like, okay, well, what's the root of this? Like,
right.
What is there to, like, there's two sides, like I said about the Sheena
You're
thing.
always like that. I love it. It's so sensible.
Thanks, I try. But then the funny thing was I was like, no, I'm not sensible because I still have to contend with being dysregulated. So if somebody comes at me, and that's the cool part is I think people really like seeing the housewives because they're so dysregulated, and then the alcohol only makes them more dysregulated, dissociative. It's like they're not really fully in their right minds.
I know. I wonder when we're all going to get in trouble for essentially like watching Gladiator fight, like watching them just destroy their lives with drinking. We're all just like, drink more, hate each other more.
I don't think it's going to happen because BravoCon is so...
I would never. But also, if it'd be fine if they were being paid well enough to take that kind of abuse of us sort of hating on them.
I think we all assume that they are being paid.
But no, we're not.
That's
because
new, right?
Bethany is like, they get like, some of them get like $4,000 an episode or something.
And they're already wealthy. Maybe that's the justification.
Exactly.
Like,
they don't
you know what
need
it is? It's an eat the rich thing.
They just want to be famous. They eat the rich. They just want to be famous.
But people watching are like, well, they're fucking wealthy women. Like, I don't care. Like, they're a bitch.
And they're starting to not have such wealthy women. There's this girl, Melissa, now who's on Real Housewives of Jersey.
Okay.
And she literally talks about it. It's like one of her storylines, which is interesting, that she's like really embarrassed to be with these women because they're so rich, and that before the first episode, she went to buy a Prada bag. She'd never bought a Prada bag or a Chanel bag or something just so she could have something. Well, and Bravo clued in on that. They're like, oh, this will be our first.
She's the face of the fans.
Poor. Yeah.
She's the face of the poor. She's just poor with quotation marks. But no, I think I would be immediately.
Special Forces.
But I do think immediately on that kind of show, I would be. I would probably do better at Special Forces than I would at
I'm obsessed with
Housewives.
Special Forces.
You are.
I'm so into it.
Who's been your favorite?
I'll tell you who.
Sandoval was on, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. And he was very good. But I knew he would. He's intense.
He's fit.
He's fit and he's intense. And I think he's kind of like, I gotta do this.
His entire ego is on the line.
You know who I really liked though? Hannah. Hannah something from Bachelor.
Okay.
She was the Bachelorette.
Okay.
And she won.
She did.
I mean, I couldn't believe how tough.
I love that.
This girl is so tough, Christy, but I think that's you. I think you'd be amazing. First of all, you'd have the best trainer in the world because your husband, Brendan, right?
Yes. Okay. So Special Forces, I feel like there's a part of me that's like, I've never trained with my husband. I would like to in this new year, like really try to like at least work out with him, get back to being fit. You're actually fit though. You actually work out all the time. You and Jono.
Thank you. I work out all the time, but I also eat whatever the heck I want.
That's good.
Yeah,
I do
that's
too.
why I work
and
out.
I don't work out, but yes.
Yeah, but how do you do that? You just
I'm skinny fat.
Yeah, no, you're not skinny fat.
Skinny
but also
fat.
not that there's anything wrong with skinny fat. But no, you're just like so tall and you have a high metabolism. But
That's
you're
what
tall
it is.
and skinny and like
eventually
you've always
it'll
been.
slow down. That's true. I have always been. Anyway, so I think Special Forces could work. I don't know. Like there's a part of me that wants to like show my girls that mommy could be tough.
I want you to do it.
I don't know. That would be crazy. I think they try
What do you think you'd be best at? Like the fit, sorry.
I think I would be, my mental health would actually be the best.
That's what I was going to say. Is it because it's a lot about mental health.
It would not be my physical.
Letting somebody abuse you, yell at you, and you say, yes, sir, yes, sir. But the physical stuff too, it's so hard and scary. I mean, they drop you from crazy places. I mean, here's what I'd love to do.
I'd probably get hurt,
Amazing
though.
Race.
That's scary. Ooh.
Have you ever seen that?
You and I should do Amazing Race.
We should do Amazing Race.
I want to do something with you.
If they won't, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, one of those. Or we'll do it.
Something with you.
I have such faith that we'll do
That'd
something
be
like
wild.
that. I know, but Amazing Race, you have to be quite smart. You know, you have to be geologically inclined. You have to know all your flags, all your countries. You have to
that's tough.
Be able to travel and move fast, and
wow.
you have to be able to get along and stay calm with your partner. You know, because it's two people and you race around the world. Okay. I think you and Brendan would be so good at that.
Brendan and I, very good.
Yeah,
I think that would be hard for us. But I think why? Because we haven't done anything like that.
Oh my God,
Christy, we need to go on a road trip.
We got to do this. We got to do a show where we're just doing like the fake Amazing Race, and we're just like with maps, just like I don't know. What do you think? Just like running into each other, literally like this way, no, this way. Come on!
Oh my God, I have a great idea.
Chaos.
Let's do an episode where we have where we escape the pod. Where it's like an escape the room or something. Or
like an escape room.
Yeah, it's an escape room, but with our podcast. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it'll be really fun.
We should film us in an escape room.
Oh, that would be
Who
fun.
likes escape rooms?
Maybe we should just have our own reality show.